At the height of its colonial power, the British Empire spanned the globe, encompassing territories on every continent and exerting its influence over vast swaths of the world. From the Americas to Africa, Asia to Australasia, the reach of the English crown extended far beyond the shores of the British Isles, making it the largest empire in history. The origins of this expansive colonial enterprise can be traced back to the 17th century, as England began establishing footholds in North America and the West Indies. The 13 American colonies, stretching from New Hampshire to Georgia, were gradually brought under British control, laying the foundations for what would become the United States. Meanwhile, in the Caribbean, islands like Barbados, Antigua, and Jamaica fell under English rule, providing valuable resources and strategic outposts. As the 18th century dawned, Britain's colonial ambitions shifted eastward, with the East India Company steadily expanding its influence across the Indian subcontinent. Through a combination of military might, economic dominance, and political maneuvering, the British gradually consolidated their control over the entire region, establishing the British Raj and transforming India into the crown jewel of the empire. The 19th century saw the British Empire reach the zenith of its power, as the country engaged in the scramble for Africa, carving out territories across the continent. From South Africa to Nigeria, Kenya to Egypt, the Union Jack flew over an ever-growing number of colonies, solidifying Britain's status as the preeminent global superpower. Concurrent with these African conquests, the British also extended their reach into Australasia, establishing the penal colony of Australia in 1788 and later incorporating New Zealand as a dominion in 1907. These distant outposts, coupled with the existing colonies in the West Indies and Canada, cemented the British Empire's status as a truly global enterprise, with the sun never setting on its far-flung territories. Beyond these major colonial acquisitions, the British also established a presence in other strategic regions, including the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific. From the bustling port of Singapore to the remote islands of the South Pacific, the Union Jack flew as a symbol of British power and influence. The driving forces behind this extraordinary imperial expansion were manifold, rooted in a combination of economic, political, and cultural factors. The desire for raw materials, new markets, and strategic military outposts fueled much of the British colonial enterprise, as the country sought to secure its position as the preeminent global power. Additionally, the belief in the inherent superiority of British culture, institutions, and systems of governance played a significant role, as the English viewed it as their duty to civilize the peoples they encountered and bring them under the benevolent rule of the crown. The legacy of the British Empire, however, is a complex and often contentious one. While the colonial era brought about significant technological, economic, and social advancements in many of the territories under British control, it also resulted in the subjugation, exploitation, and displacement of indigenous populations, as well as the perpetuation of systemic racism and inequality. Today, as the world grapples with the ongoing effects of this colonial past, the story of the British Empire serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of unchecked imperial ambition and the importance of acknowledging and addressing the lasting impacts of such historical injustices. Yet, the sheer scale and scope of the British Empire's reach remain a testament to the remarkable organizational and military capabilities of the English, as well as the profound influence they wielded on the global stage. From the bustling streets of New York to the sun-drenched beaches of Australia, the legacy of the British Empire continues to shape the world we inhabit, for better or for worse. As we reflect on this extraordinary chapter in human history, we are reminded of the profound impact that the pursuit of power and influence can have on the course of nations and the lives of countless individuals. The story of the British Empire is one of both triumph and tragedy, a complex tapestry that continues to captivate and challenge our understanding of the past, present, and future of our interconnected world.